Hello, everybody. Hello, sir. Could you state your name, please?
Ransom.
All right, Mr. Ransom. Do you have a residence?
Yes, I do.
What is that address?
It's Hello Drive.
Can you spell that for me?
H-O or H-L-O B-I-O-D-I-V. Yeah, that's how you spell it. Basically how I've seen it.
And is that in Payson?
No, it's not.
Where is that?
No, it's down past the alleyway over there that goes into Lowell.
Okay, do you know what city? What city?
I don't know the city's name. I never have known the city's name.
All right. Do you have a phone number? Okay. The reason why you're here is you have a warrant for failure to appear on a charge, which was a criminal trespass and a third-degree charge. That warrant had you set for a pretrial conference on your not guilty plea on that charge. So we had people here except for you. I'll go over some release conditions, and I've set a new date. Your new date for that pretrial conference is October 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll get you a copy of this. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if your address changes. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not have any contact with the alleged victims and not go near the location of the alleged offense. And I'm going to release you to a third party, to Southwest Behavioral, for court order treatment. So that's why I extended that date out for a while, so it gives you a chance to receive that.
Okay, do I have a complaint. Southwest has been giving me the wrong meds, so I don't want them to treat me at all. I already have a different doctor.
Okay, well, just make sure your doctor is aware of that, and that Southwest is aware of that also, so they can make sure they coordinate that.
All right.
All right, sir. Do you have any questions? I'll get you a copy with the court date.
All right. No, I don't have any questions at all.
All right, that'll be all, sir. Thank you.
Oh, I have a question. What time is my release supposed to be?
Well, you're being released to Southwest Behavioral, so you're not being released out of custody until you're released to them, and it's a court order treatment, so there's not an option on it.
Yeah, we just talked about me having to get the doctor and then give me the wrong drugs.
Yes, sir. If there's a problem with the prescriptions that are being provided to you, just make sure your doctor, the one that you mentioned, that Southwest Behavioral, is aware of that doctor, and they get together to prescribe you the proper medications. I don't govern any of that or control any of that. But
so the system that they're giving me the wrong drugs to turn me into a killer?
Sir, if your doctor is aware of that you just informed the court that you have a doctor that knows, then just make sure that doctor knows to talk to Southwest Behavioral.
All right.
Okay, sir.
All right, so you send that to me.
Okay, and then I'll get the other ones before 11:15, I think, is the other time.
All right, sir, thank you.
Okay, bet.
All right, you got it. Thank you, sir. Come up here. Say your full name for the judge.
Ashley Ford.
All right, Ms. Ford. Do you live at 70 East Springdale Road?
Yep.
Do you have an email address?
It got hacked.
Pardon me?
It got hacked.
Okay, so you don't use it?
I haven't used any of them in about 4 months.
Okay, and does your phone number end in 7866?
Yes.
All right. All right, you're here for a warrant on DUI charges. You had pled not guilty and were scheduled for a pretrial conference and failed to appear, and there has been a warrant for you regarding that failure to appear at a $1,000 bond. That bond will remain in place. You'll remain in custody until your next court date, which is scheduled for September 10th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So, pardon me?
Hold on. I paid all of my fines, and when I got that DUI, when I got out of jail, the 9 days that I was in jail, I left and went straight to rehab, and I had the lawyer handle all of that stuff. I never got any paperwork or anything. I just was told to pay the fines, and then I did.
Okay, I'll look that up because this warrant was, just to make sure we're talking about the same case, was for DUI that was related to an offense that occurred on March 16th of 2022.
Correct. I left when I got out of jail for the 9 days that I was in jail. I went straight to detox and rehab right after that, and the lawyer was supposed to handle all that stuff. And I was in rehab for a year.
Okay, your lawyer, was that attorney Tyler Allen? Or not sure?
I'm not
Okay.
positive, because the rehab facility was the one that was discussing things with him, with the lawyer. I didn't have any actual contact with him.
Ms. Ford, what I'll do is I'll review the case.
I was just told to pay the fines, and then
Okay, I'll review the case a little closer after the case. Then the bond remains, and we have you scheduled for the pretrial conference, because that's what it currently shows. Okay, if it's anything different, then I'll let you know that. Oh, hey, I found the fines that you paid. I found that there was an error or something like that. But as of now, it shows that you didn't appear at the pretrial conference when you pled not guilty to the DUI back in March of 2022, and that we scheduled you for a pretrial conference and you never appeared. So that's what it shows now. But I'll look at the case a little closer to make sure there's not an error in there. Otherwise, if I don't find the error that you're talking about, the bond stays in place, and this next court date, the earliest one I could get you is September 10th. Okay?
my job.
Okay, any questions outside of that, ma'am?
Yeah, I need to call my boss.
Okay, so yeah, phone calls, they can talk to the detention staff regarding that to determine when they get a free moment. They'll let you make a phone call when they get a free moment.
Okay, because I have no idea what's going on. I thought that the lawyer handled all of this stuff, and I just paid the fine, so.
Okay, like I said, I'll look into it, and if that's the case, I'll be talking to you again, changing these conditions. But as of now, it doesn't show what you're stating, so I'm going to look into it to make sure. And if it doesn't show what you're stating, then you'll have the bond stays in place, and that you'll have the court date of September 10th.
Okay, can I pay the bond?
You can
Okay, how do I do that?
talk to the detention staff about calling bail bonds or making arrangements. If you know somebody that will bring the bond down to do that, then they'll give you the opportunity to use the phone. It's at their convenience, because they got a lot of stuff going on, but they'll let you use the phone if you ask.
I understand that. I just don't know what's going on right now, and I really would like to.
Okay, well, I don't. Can I explain it any different?
No, because if you don't know the answers, then you don't know the answers. I don't know the answers, so we're kind of at a stalemate, I think. So.
Yeah, well, I know the answers to what it's showing now, and so I'm going to make sure that that's accurately shown based on what you said. So I hope you're not wasting my time by having me do that if it's that you didn't show. So if we find an error, then I'm going to talk to you here shortly. If we don't find an error, then know that if I don't talk to you by 2 o'clock this afternoon, there's no error to be found.
Well, no, I understand. It's just when I didn't show up to that, when I pled not guilty and I left, I went to rehab.
Right.
And I stayed in rehab. My lawyer was supposed to take care of all of that stuff.
Okay. So just so you know, normally that's not how it works. So if you go to rehab, typically the date's held until you're released, and then you still have to show up. The attorney just doesn't fix the problems while you're in rehab.
But he never told me anything, because I was in the middle of liver failure and kidney failure at that moment, and they were taking me to all my doctor's appointments and everything, so they would have taken me to court if that was the case. But I was under the impression that he handled that stuff, and like I said, I didn't speak to him. He spoke to
Some of the
rehab.
notes, when I looked at it before, some of the notes from the attorney that was assigned said that they couldn't contact you. They were unable to contact you. So I'll look at it again, look at it, review it a little closer, and then that will be the result. See, if there's an error, I'll talk to you again to say change the conditions. If I don't find the error, then that's where it remains.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day, ma'am.
So here is full name for the judge.
Hello there.
Hi.
Could you state your name, please?
Right and long.
Thank you. So you're here for 2 reasons, Miss Long.
Yeah.
One, you've got a warrant issued for your arrest that came out yesterday, and it's for a balance of $58.56 on a case that is case 2021 CM12255.
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I ask what time that warrant came out?
I don't have that in front of me, but I do know that
I was put in jail yesterday, so what time did that warrant come out yesterday?
I don't know. I don't have that information. I know that it came out. Date of warrant was yesterday's date.
Okay, but when they arrested me, they didn't get me on a warrant at all. They got me on just the trespassing. There was no warrant issue at that point in time, so did it come out later after I got arrested, or?
I don't know. All
That
I
would
know.
make it either legit or not legit warrant, right? That would either make it
No, it wouldn't make that. That would make no determination whether.
Can't be, if I'm in jail, how can a warrant still be popped on me?
Well, because you were taken into custody, and I don't know if that was done before or after. They might have. It might have been that the court submitted the warrant information to them to be entered. So
Right.
they work on the weekends. The court doesn't work on the weekends.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
that's a 2021 case, and it has a balance of $58.56. Then the other reason why you're here is for the trespassing violation that you mentioned at Circle K South. That charge, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a September 4th at 9:30 a.m. court date for your arraignment. Be prepared. Be prepared to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest on that date. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceedings on that. Each of those options will be explained to you, as well as the penalty range on that charge. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if your address changes or you obtain an address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, and do not go near the location of the alleged offense, do not possess or consume any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. The repetitive offenses of the same violation, Ms. Long, I'm placing a $500 bond, so you remain in custody until that court date. On the warrant, I'm going to give you, if you post bond on the warrant, that will go to fines. If not, that case will resolve at the end of that date as well. So
And this is for the trespassing case, correct?
You're in custody for the trespassing case, correct? But
On that, right?
at the same time, I'm giving you time served for that $58 balance. So when you see me on September 4th, I'll conclude that case with your time served regarding that. So that'll conclude that case. Do you understand?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right. So let me explain it to you. You owe $58.50.
To me, I just do not comprehend what you guys are pulling, because I have nowhere to live. I cannot get CAT to help me go anywhere, to stay anywhere, not even in a motel. I cannot get St. Vincent de Paul to do a damn thing for me, okay? Leave me alone, please. I cannot get any help from anybody, not the Warming Center, St. Vincent de Paul, CAP, anywhere to put myself off the streets, okay? So then when I'm on the streets, I'm not doing anything wrong. So when I'm on the streets and I have nowhere to go, you guys don't have to move in on me. I'm not going to hurt myself for the monitor.
No, go ahead. When you don't have anywhere to go.
They won't leave me alone. When I'm talking to the judge, sir,
Yelling at the judge.
I'm upset. That's my business.
So go ahead. Go ahead. So when you have no place.
Stop talking. So I have nowhere to go, so they trespass me, and I walk around all night long.
Okay.
And I have people doing some messed up things to me due to this, and you understand this. I can't go to Circle K, trespass. Okay, but then they choose and pick when that's allowed. Sometimes I'm allowed at Circle K to go.
Okay, hold on. Let me address that.
Okay, please do.
At no time are you allowed to go to those locations once they tell law enforcement you're not allowed to go there. So if you, hold on, you're not listening, you're talking over me. Don't do that, because then I'm going to have them just to take you off. If you find a clerk that tells you you're allowed to be there, they're wrong. Don't do that. You're not allowed to be there. It's plain and simple. It's over and over and over. So if you find a clerk that feels sympathetic that day, law enforcement's still going to check on you to see if you're allowed to be there. They'll find in their system that you're not allowed to be there. You're not allowed to be there unless you receive a letterhead from the corporation of Circle K that says you're allowed to be there. Do not believe anybody else. So anybody else tells you.
So we've got Circle K, we've got Speedway. I have
All of the same.
because I can't hardly even walk, but I can walk back and forth from Circle K to Speedway. But if I'm not allowed there, so I can't use the restroom anywhere, I can't get food anywhere then. Okay, so I try to lay down. I go behind the movie theater, literally on the ground, because I have nowhere to lay down. Nowhere. Can't do that. I can't lay on a bench anywhere. Okay. I can't lay anywhere. I can't. You guys literally have me in a position.
Okay.
And I tried going other
All right.
places.
I've listened. Now listen to my response. When you say you guys, we haven't done anything. The court hasn't done anything. The detention officer standing next to you haven't done anything. It's all of these places that are not allowing you to be there that are saying that. And they have cause to say that. Now those causes can be argued, not today, but you're not allowed to go to Circle K. You're not allowed to go to Speedway because they're allowed to tell people they're not allowed to go there. Your problem...
And the officer has had, there's been times Dave went ahead and said I was trespassing when there was no clerk that said that at all. My point is this: I don't enjoy being homeless. I don't enjoy staying in porta potties, okay? It's not nice. It's not a way to live. I feel like a piece of trash. And then you guys want to come when I'm in trying to just stay inside a porta potty, lock myself in and mind my own business, and people are coming up and punching the porta potty, kicking the porta potty, yelling foul things at me all day, all night, all day, all night. So when I get mad and yell back, the cops want to come and take me to jail. At first he was going to let me go and just write me a ticket, by the way. He was just going to write a ticket. He made a phone call, decided, no, I don't want to do that. Let's just take her in and arrest her on the trespassing. So there was no warrant that I was told about. Now I'm getting in all this trouble. All of this trouble ever since this issue with me getting tortured and hurt and stalked by people, but I'm racking up all kinds of fines, all kinds of in trouble, and it's not my fault.
All right.
And you know it.
Miss
And
Long?
now I'm gonna go sit in Globe where I get tortured some more, and you know it.
Okay, that's enough. You're talking over me. Go ahead, that's enough. That'll be all.
Don't touch me, please. Don't touch me, please. Get your hand off of me. I
Sorry,
want.
Judge.
All right.
Sorry,
Thank you.
What's up here? Say phone to the judge. Nicholas Tamponi.
All right, Mr. Tamponi. All right, your phone number ends in 0786.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're here for failure to appear on a sentencing case from 2023, and that's case 2023 CM1 2019. You failed to appear at the final stages of your sentencing.
I got transferred to a different county, and I missed it. I even came up to this jail after I got released, and they're like, "Oh, you don't have any warrants. Don't worry about it."
Let me see who may have lied to you. Do you know when you went to the court and asked that, or when they went to the jail?
Oh, when I got released in, I think it was May, like right after I got released. I seen you, and I was gonna get sentenced to time served, but because they transferred me, I missed it. And then, like I said, when I got out, I even came up here, but it was like the day after I got out, so I probably didn't have a warrant yet.
Well, this warrant has been issued since 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just...
So maybe somebody over there lied to you. I need to bring him before the court for giving false information. Or, yeah.
What? No, I just got released, and
it's puzzling to me too. So therefore, Mr. Tamponi, there's a $1,000 bond hold on you. We need to make sure you show up for sentencing so we can finish out the case. I've got you the very earliest court date that I could, which is September 9th at 9:30 in the morning for that sentencing. The bond will remain in place, so you can post that bond, or you can be held in custody until the 9th. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, but it really wasn't my fault that I missed. I got transferred from you guys' custody to somewhere else.
Okay, but when you were untransferred, no phone, no call, nothing to the court, we don't have any information of you following up. The case doesn't just disappear. You knew it was out there pending, so I don't know what you were hoping for. Mr. Tamponi, I understand that you also called in another incident, so this was kind of as a result of that call. So I understand you're not facing any charges. That's why.
Army, I swear I'll come to court.
Well, the problem is you got transferred. I understand what you're saying last time, but we had to hold the case on that, and a lot of people showed for that. So I can't keep doing that to all the other prosecutors and all that. So I understand, sir. I'm not trying to punish you. This is the closest court date I could get you. Otherwise, I'd have just set it 30 days out. So I'm trying to get it done for you as quick as I can.
Lower my bond like 500, maybe, please.
Would you be able to post it if I did?
Hey, right away, yes.
I'll lower it down to $500.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right, that'll be all, sir.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.